What is up? I just released a little meditation video upon I uploaded it before watching it back, and I'm glad because maybe I wouldn't have put it out. But I just want to clarify some things with the breathing. I want to get across because the audio didn't pick it up that when you're exhaling, you're really focusing on the exhale and letting all the air you have go, whether that be through your mouth or through your nose. When you're exhaling, you want to release completely. And the audio didn't pick up, it only picked up the initial sigh out of the mouth and didn't show, or you can't hear how much air I let out. So I just want to clarify that. With the inhales, it sounded like I was doing a short sniff, and I wasn't at all. So going forward, just long inhales through your nose, long exhales through your nose and through your mouth, and you're releasing all the oxygen that you have in your lungs. That will train your lungs. It'll allow you to control your breath better throughout the day, and also when you go to breathe and you go to meditate, and that will allow your lungs to expand more when you go to breathe, and that is training your lungs. So also with the breath holds, you're training your lungs and you're training yourself with discipline. If you can keep yourself from breathing for a short amount of time, then breathing is the most essential thing to life, much more essential than water, than food, and you're abstaining from it temporarily. Breath holds often clear brain fog. So just some things to think about and incorporate. And one of the reasons you want to focus on your exhale in particular is because at any given time, your lungs are holding 30% of your maximal oxygen intake. So in order to get a 100% full breath in, you have to release 100% full breath out. So that's why when people are having a panic attack or something of that particular nature, in which they feel like they can't breathe and they can't catch their breath, people often say, take a deep breath. The whole reason they're having a panic attack is because they cannot take a deep breath. So the advice really in that moment is to say, fully exhale, release your breath. So once you release that 30% or more that you're holding, you can get a 100% full breath in. So for anyone who needs that or knows someone suffering from panic attacks or shortness of breath, that is a good tip to pass along. So right now I want to show another breathing technique. It's called alternate nostril or unilateral nostril breathing. It's really simple. You block one side of your nose. You fully inhale through the open side and fully exhale through that same side. Again. You can stay with that side. You can switch. You can go back and forth, fully inhale, fully exhale through each side. Our reason for doing this is it slows your breath, it slows your heart rate. It So your left side of your body is connected to your right side brain, and your left side brain is connected to the right side of your body. Each side controls different things, and your your body naturally changes from being able to breathe more through your right nostril or left nostril every 30 minutes. That's naturally occurring. So you can participate in that and kind of override what's naturally happening by covering one side nostril and back the other. You can play around with that and see how that works for you. And you could also look it up and see which side would be best for you based on what you are currently dealing with. I would recommend having your own experience with it first before looking into it, because that could jade your experience. I will definitely talk about that in a future video, but for right now, I will talk about why it's effective, right side, left side, how it's connected to your brain and body. But for now, I'll leave you with that. That's something very useful that you can do anytime. You can do that driving, you can do that sitting at your desk, you could do that while you're on a walk, you can do that. I've even incorporated that into while I'm jogging long distance. I I do that because it calms me down, it lowers my heart rate, and then I can go longer. Um, so I hope that you will use that. And I say all the time, one breath is a lot more than zero. So even if you just did that one time each day, fully inhale, full exhale through one side nostril, maybe you switch to the other side, that would be a lot more than zero. Now, of course, I think it's something so simple that you can really do many times throughout the day and really not even think about it. You can do that watching TV. I mean, it's really, really easy to incorporate. So I think the main thing is just remembering to do it. And for that, I recommend writing it down, keeping it in a journal, setting a reminder on your phone, putting it in your notes, put sticky notes in front of you, whatever you got to do to make sure that you remember to do it. I think it's very important, and it also is training your lungs. So, with that being said, also important is that this is a Pirates jersey. I'm from New York, so I don't want to hear anyone saying, "Why are you wearing a Pirates jersey?" The only reason I'm wearing a Pirates jersey is because of Roberto Clemente. So, I've heard that many times. Not trying to hear it. And I transitioned from that into baseball. Had a baseball game today. It was a great time. It's really interesting how the mind works. I woke up this morning and it was pouring rain in Southern California, where it never rains, and I saw that it was raining all night. I checked the weather, said it was going to rain for the next 2 hours, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to go over there and then just be turned around, finding out that the game's canceled. In New York, in the Bronx, the fields are terrible, so they cannot take any rain at all. If it rains at all, the field is underwater. So I know this field that we're playing at is called Jackie Robinson Stadium, and Even though Jackie Robinson, Clayton Kershaw's names are everywhere, this place is shitty. I like it. It's cool. It's good enough, but it's just not. It's a Dodgers own facility, and it's not taken care of in a way that the Dodgers should lend their name to that facility. It's crazy. They have all, all the stats from in Dodgers history all over the walls, and yet the outfield's grass is trash. But I will say the infield held up really, really well, and that's why we were able to play. So within 5 minutes of being there, I was like, damn, I can't believe that I was thinking that I didn't want to come to this. I mean, I was kind of, it's just crazy how the mind works. But anyway, I hadn't played in 3 weeks, so I thought that I would feel like, I thought I would feel like starting over day one, and I didn't feel that way at all. I felt super confident. I felt tranquil. I was happy to be there. I love being on the field. I love being. It's everything that I like. I love being in nature. I love playing baseball. I love running. I love sweating. So it's just a great time. And one thing I don't love is, and it just alarms me. You got grown ass men playing a baseball game. Escape from life. That's certainly how I feel. Like nothing. I'm not thinking about anything else other than the game in front of me and how I can contribute to winning the game. And I love to just hit that delete and that reset button where I'm here now, fully present, doing what I want to do, and just not thinking about anything else. And that means I don't check my phone for the whole game. The whole game is 3 hours. And for the most part, everyone else is on their phone. In between innings, everyone is runs right to their phone and they're texting people, they're scrolling through Instagram or whatever fucking social media they're using, and looking, watching the football game on their phone, checking their fantasy football. Shout out to you, Vic. If you're watching, I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you up, buddy. Someone who knows so much, I'm sure, about the psychological impact of the phone. And when I see people, it's the same way that they drive. They're looking at the phone, they're looking up, they're looking at the phone, they're looking up, looking at the phone, looking up. There's a glaze in your eyes, y'all. You're glazed out. There's a look in your eyes that is of extreme amount of no focus. You're training yourself to be distracted. You're not actually doing anything. The brain cannot multitask. It's a myth. Your brain, some people more than others, can switch back and forth really quickly. But there is a lag in focus. However, let's just go with it. Your brain can switch back and forth really quickly. So you're looking at the phone, you think you're retaining information, and then you're looking at the game. Then you're looking at the phone, then you're looking at the game. So you're neither paying attention to the game or your phone. I just don't understand why you can't just put your phone away for 3 hours and just be present. It's an addiction. I mean, I do understand it. This is the biggest addiction that we're actually facing right now, is because there's more people on the earth who own a smartphone that have toilets. So this is something that is a worldwide issue. I'm not sure anywhere more than America, but I was just on a team before this team. Team is terrible. Absolutely just god awful. I mean, we just getting our ass kicked. Getting our ass kicked. And I gotta say to people, get off your phone. You got people on their phone in the dugout. And that's a bad optic when you're getting your ass kicked. All the other teams, the reason you're getting our ass kicked is because we're like an expansion team. So all the other teams have been together, they have a level of camaraderie, and they're there not on their phones. They're having fun. They're there really. They want to win, of course. Everyone wants to win, but they're there to have fun and to fuck around and to talk shit on each other and the other team. Obviously, that's what you would want, and it's a huge reason why they win. So now I come to this other team, and on that bad team, I was thinking, if these kids were on their phone and they were really fucking good, I wouldn't care. So now I go to another team. This team is really good. I don't care. It's just shocking to me. It just seems highly inappropriate, and especially because there are other teams that aren't on their phone. Now the chemistry with this team is solid, but the other teams, you got guys hanging out. They're on the other side of the dugout. Everyone is talking, commenting on the game, just fucking having a great time, being present with each other, like they want to be there. And then you got guys who are actually very good and are looking at their phone, and you lose a lot of the point of the human interaction side of it, the building chemistry side of it, because dudes don't even know what the fuck is going on in the game because they're looking at their phone. They hear some shit, they hear the crack of the bat, and then they look up and they have no idea what just happened. And they don't know when, it's not everyone and it's not all the time. But guys score runs, guys make a great play, whatever. People, they can't comment on it because they didn't see it. And it's really a shame. It disgusts me. I'm very easily disgusted, but it really does disgust me. It's just crazy, man. I mean, if people can't put it down when they're driving, then I guess you shouldn't expect them to put it down at any other time. But it's just really wild to me. So that's that. That being said, um, losing stinks. Uh, Feels a lot better when you play well. I played really well today. Winning feels good even when you don't play well, but losing generally feels terrible. But I played well. I did not everything I could do, but I did well. And life lessons in baseball. I hit 2 rockets, one right at the pitcher's face, one right at the shortstop's face, both caught. And it's one of those situations where there's nothing to do, there's nothing to change. You did everything right, and you got the result you were looking for, and you didn't get the outcome, the overall outcome that you desired. But you're not going to go and change anything. You just got to keep doing the same thing that you're doing. And it can be a frustrating lesson. And normally I would be frustrated by it because I'm looking for results. But I can't, the law of detachment, passionately engaged and detached at the same time. So you put in all your effort into, you put all your effort with intention into what you're working on, but you are completely detached from the outcome. So I was very active out in the outfield, so that really kind of mitigates not getting on base a little bit, especially like feeling good because I did a lot of running, I did a lot of sweating, I did a lot of throwing, and threw some freaking rockets. So that's fun. I mean, you always wish that you could do more, but I had a good time. I had a good time. It was a great start to the day. It was a great morning workout. It's what I would call anti-routine. It's completely different than what I would normally be doing at that time, and it really does help keep things fresh. And also got great confirmation that the 3 weeks of no playing had a hurricane, had COVID, and had Labor Day. So 3 weeks of not playing, and I came back in way better shape. So that was really awesome. I had lots of energy, and I was running very effortlessly, and I really pushed these last 10 days in my workouts. I worked out 10 days in a row, and I would have thought that pushing like that would have lessened my energy for today. And instead, it was exactly the opposite. I felt so much energy. I felt so good. My body felt just way better. Um, and also, I was on a 25-hour fast. And I normally have been fasting every single day for probably about like 18, 20 hours. Um, and to start play on a 25-hour fast and feel that good, have so much energy, it really tells me about where I'm at. So I do have maybe like once today I was down, I was stretching in the middle of the game, there was a pitching change, and when you get up because of the sun, because of the running, because of the fasting, you feel a little lightheaded, and I automatically think at that moment, if I had just eaten like a couple of bites of something, then that probably wouldn't happen. I think it's also a big time a hydration thing, but I did drink a lot of water during the game and before the game, so and the night before. So it's just something that's a constant tinkering process, and yeah, just a constant trial and error with life and how to optimize my life. And what I'm working on right now is being as lean as possible. Um, I don't lose any strength when I'm as lean as possible, and I gain a lot of speed. So, and the wear and tear. The wear and tear, I mean, I could be 30 pounds heavier than I am right now, and I'm really glad that I'm not, because my my joints really thank me for being light. And I really like it, because in order to be 30 pounds heavier, I would have to work out less, and I would have to eat a lot more, and I would have to drink protein shakes, and a lot of the things you eat and the protein shakes really fuck up your microbiome, And I'm really big on having a healthy and clean microbiome right now because for so many reasons, but it affects your physical and mental health dramatically. And I have many times in my life gotten that very clear message. So that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm really orienting my life around. So let's finish with alternate unilateral nostril breathing, covering your left side and, covering your right side nostril and breathing in through your left side all the way in and out. Again. Switching sides. Again. Back to the left side. That's all for today. I hope that y'all can use that quick little tool, implement it into your daily activities, and remember multiple times throughout the day to just fully exhale, whether it be through your nose or through your mouth, so that way you can get that 100% oxygen in, fill up your lungs, maybe hold it at the top of the breath, maybe hold it at the bottom of the breath. These are little things that you can do and kind of cue yourself to the activity where every time you're going to sit and go for a drive, you do this before you drive. Every time you're going to sit and watch TV, you do this before you do that. Every time you open your laptop, you do this. Whatever it may be, sitting at your desk, just incorporate it as much as possible and with as much intention as possible. All right, y'all. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate it, y'all. Peace.